Swishcast,
Hello,
real life
everybody.
women.
Welcome to Swishcast,
Oh
the
my
story
goodness.
where girls are real and dreams can come true. Anyway, what's going
Welcome
on?
to Swishcast, where we got boobs, and boobs.
Don't start it that way.
Giggity, giggity. Welcome, everybody, to Swishcast, the only Team Fortress 2 podcast, the only good one, anyway. And today, we're going to be talking about Save TF2, the greatness that has transpired as of late, the biggest movement in Team Fortress 2 history. But before all that, let's go around the table like we always do. I am Indy. To the right of me is to the right of me is Party. Say hello. And to the right of him is Sam. Who cares? And we have a very special guest today. It is the What Show. Second time on the show. Say hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm the What. I'm gonna hashtag Fix TF2.
Oh man, no one else.
You just made someone say in chat. They were like, "Is that the what?
What is the what?" Jeff McCool.
Dude, you were my childhood. Was that you said that, Sam? Did you say it to
story time. When we finished recording an episode with Skyman, Kashu joined the call, and he said, "Oh, Skyman, your videos were my childhood." And
wait, did he? Said, I don't remember that. Did he?
Well, you left by that time, and Kashu joined, and he was like, "Oh, Skyman, dude, your videos were my childhood," and she just said, "Oh my god."
That's gotta be the worst thing you can fucking say. It is like
you were my
so,
childhood.
Like someone who's like 25.
Team Fortress 2.
Do you think anyone's gonna go like, dude, the Interloper ARG video was like my childhood, man. I couldn't sleep without that. Binky. And
that's gonna happen someday.
One day.
That is gonna be like 2 years from now, because all my viewers are like 15. So
if you live to see that day, you will know you've made it.
Exactly. Well, you have reached, as the kids say, unk status.
Shut up. That is the whitest thing you have ever said.
I didn't choose to be white, Sam. All right.
Is that not Sam G? His videos were my child. Shut the fuck
You're
up.
not even 20.
You are a child.
You are still in your childhood.
All right,
anyway,
guys, let's talk serious. Let's talk shop.
Lock in.
Sam, I'm putting you on the spot. What do you know about this second go around with Save TF2?
Right. So, instead, I like how you forward this question to me instead of the person who literally fucking organized it.
Sam,
from what I gathered, so the first Save TF2, it went very well, but it was kind of unorganized as to what they wanted, what result they wanted from Valve. They got a message and then very little after. Now, they have, this is what we want. We want the bots fixed. Would I be correct in saying that? The what? If I absolutely flunked it, then just say so.
No, that's pretty much the goal. Like last time the whole thing was like, oh, show people how much you love the game. And that led to a lot of people posting unrelated stuff. So like if you looked at like the Save TF2 hashtag on the day of, you'd see like a lot of fan or a lot of cosplay, but not a lot of people talking about the bots. Like even the Save TF2 poster itself doesn't even mention the bots by name. So in the end, it led to a very cluttered message, and Valve was able to put out like a message like, we see how much you love the game and we're working to improve it, without having to actually acknowledge the bot problem, and they never did.
Right. Yeah. I've seen people call this the third Save TF2 movement, but does the second one really count? Because the second one, from what I remember, it wasn't even coordinated or anything. People were just like really sick of the situation, and just started trying to trend the hashtag without any sort of goal.
Yeah. This is the second coordinated effort. Like there was no second Save TF2. That was when TF2 Source 2 got hit with the DMCA, and so people were mad at Valve, and it was just coincidentally trending. And I think Shork put out like a couple posts and like a petition to like test the waters for what we're doing now. So that wasn't like a coordinated Save TF2 effort. We didn't expect anything to come of that. That was just like us keeping the TF2 hype going, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah. No, I remember that second one, and I remember people were like, "This, you know, the quote unquote second Save TF2," and I remember people being like, "Oh, this second Save TF2 is such a failure," and it's like, it's not another fucking movement. It's just like, it's basically like happenstance. It's just a load of people getting, you know, it's unfortunate, unfortunate events leading to it. It's not like an organized event like the first one or the second
I
one.
think it really just showed that was like the boiling point in my mind. It just shows that people are really fed up, and the whole coordinated Fix TF2 thing was kind of the push it needed, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I remember someone saying that Blender will fix TF2.
Shut up! Shut up about Blender.
Fucking Blender. Gotta use the TF2 trifecta to fix it all. I've been wondering though, what is the long-term strat here? Like, we're 6 days in, almost a week. We have surpassed this morning. We've surpassed the number of signatures that the original World of Warcraft campaign had. Like, we surpassed that number, so we're at, I'm looking at the site, we're almost at 290,000, which is growing pretty quickly, and there seems to be no end in sight. So what's the plan here on out? Because inevitably it's going to start slowing down, right?
So essentially, I want to keep turning the heat up over time if Valve doesn't do anything. So right now it's the petition. And then the next step I want to take is, if nothing happens by the summer update, I want to coordinate a mass boycott of TF2 at that time and strike the iron when it's hot. And then after that, if Valve still doesn't do anything, then we go to Valve with the names. So I just want to like continuously turn the heat up, and that way like the flame doesn't die out, because I can just keep like cranking the heat up. Because I don't want this, because last Save TF2, it was like, it was trending on Twitter and it was done. This, I want it to be a more continuous effort. You can even see that for yourself with just continuously checking back into the website and seeing that number grow. So already it has more hype than just seeing it trending on Twitter and then it ending after a day. Like, I want to have this have more longevity than the previous Save TF2.
Well, just a question there. You said like that you're like one of your final like things you'll do against Valve is go forward with the names. I'm assuming that's the names of like bot hosters and stuff like that, is it?
The names of everyone who signed the petition.
Right, because like
that's what the petition is for.
Right, so the names will not be sent to Valve like until after the summer update.
Yeah, probably just due to how the timing works. We'd have to organize a trip and make sure we can get to Valve before. It would probably happen.
Oh, you want to physically hand the names to Valve?
I want to, because like I feel like if you're physically delivering the message, it's going to be a lot different than seeing a number on the internet.
We'll have to
get somebody to like fucking subpoena them, like serve them court papers.
Didn't in the first TF2, first Save TF2, like didn't like a guy in a spy outfit like stand outside with like a sign?
That did happen.
You should do that. Just get like a massive crowd of like people.
Yeah, but maybe don't wear a ski mask.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna. NYPD, get down!
Just walk into an office with a ski mask. Like, hey, can you Save TF2? Thank you, bye.
Please.
Please.
Well, how well thought is that part of the process? Because you can't just walk through the front door. I don't think they let people do that.
Yeah, so Shork has visited Valve before, and you need clearance to get into the elevator, because there isn't like a big building with the word Valve written on this side, and that's their corporate HQ. It's actually like in a building with a whole bunch of other companies. So you need to get into the building by having elevator clearance. So we're going to talk out with Valve and get in, because Valve offers tours to people who come in. Recently there was that TF2 mapper who was like, "Can I get a tour?" And Valve was like, "Okay." So if we don't get directly access into Valve itself, we have other methods to deliver the same message without actually walking into their corporate offices.
That's like
Right.
you could like wait outside till they go home from work and then ambush them.
Hey, you want to fix TF2?
Please, please! It's
I'm begging!
They're like trying to get into their car, like finding their keys. Slap the keys
Like,
out of their hand.
3 people like jump from a bush, like restrain Robin Walker on the ground.
Oh, I know. We get a van.
Well, here's this is a bit of a sillier question, but like, how are you gonna present? What's the kind of format you're gonna present these signatures in? Because I what I'm envisioning is like a comedically large stack of like papers that you have to like lug around.
So in Wheezy's video where he explains the WoW petition that inspired the Fix TF2, that's exactly what they did. They had someone carry in just boxes and boxes of papers. So we could do that, but we've had other ideas as well. Shork had the idea of getting like a comically large wizard scroll with all the names and just rolling it out like a red carpet.
Okay, that's really
that
funny.
would be funny.
Another idea we've had is finding a billboard near Valve and renting it and putting all the names on there with like Save TF2 or something on there as well. So it's just right outside of their offices, like a scarlet
Would that
letter
even
kinda.
like? Would that even be like legible in like any way? Like 300,000 like signatures on a billboard.
Well, I'd say you could like format it in a way as like these are all the people who want TF2 fixed, and obviously it's not going to be legible, but you'll see that there's a lot of names. You won't be able to read them all.
Right. I think the scroll idea is the best one.
It would be
that would be a pain in
it
the
would-
hole,
I'm
but
ju-
it'd be funny as fuck.
I'm just saying, having a billboard right outside like Valve's like work route to office that just says, "We want you to fix TF2."
Every
would be-
day you're driving into work and you see that billboard.
Like
you know?
every day you go into work, you see that. I feel like one person went, "All right, fine, I'll do something, please."
Clocking into your 9 to 5, working on Deadlock, but every time you have to pass by the TF2 billboard.
I don't understand it. Could you imagine? It's like you like deliver the scroll to Valve. And they're like, "Oh, there's bots. Oh, I didn't know."
Sorry.
We'll stop.
Okay. What do? You're physically there. You're showing all these signatures to a Valve employee, and they're like, "That game's still around."
Oh, that's what Eric Smith has been sneaking off to every day.
Do you reckon there are any like Valve employees that just don't even like know that TF2 is still like going strong? Because I assume that might be the case.
Most of the Valve old guard is pretty much gone at this point, so it's probably a bunch of new blood that doesn't even really care about the game.
Yeah, I mean,
they
that's
probably
true.
don't care, but they have to know that it's still going fucking somewhat strong anyway.
Not really necessarily, because like they're just coming in working on like VR and Deadlock, which we'll talk about later. But I don't really see a reason for them to care about TF2 right now. You know, don't want to do any of that treadmill work.
Yeah, actually, I was just about to say, where did that treadmill work quote come from? Does anybody know?
That's from a presentation a Valve did. A Valve coder did at GDC where he talks about anti-cheat, and that's where he presents the concept of like the VAC live system they're trying to implement into Counter-Strike, where it's like a deep learning AI anti-cheat instead of what they currently do, which they label as treadmill work.
Me when I have to keep feeding my son. Oh my god, it's treadmill work.
Me when I have to take showers. What's the
Me
point? Just get dirty
yeah.
again.
When is the end point? When will I be clean forever?
Me when I have to keep steam up. Oh, it's treadmill work. Like everything is treadmill work. That's what running a fucking business is.
Yeah.
I know what they mean. I know that it's like, you know, you fucking you create a patch for a cheat, botters find a way around it. It does get to a point where one of you hits a hard wall. Okay, would you not like fucking try get to that point?
I just think it's insulting that they're like still charging money for like things in the game and still taking community content
the
without.
worst fucking thing about it, I genuinely forgot this. Okay, and there's a reason why you forget it. Free to plays have to fucking they can't talk. You forget that because they're literally muted. So they're making you pay more money than fucking a couple of years ago. Sorry, I need to stop swearing because we'll get.
You
like,
can't even call for a medic. You can't even press E
Yeah,
on
you
your
can't even
keyboard.
you can't even call them medic, and it doesn't even do anything to help the bots because the bots have all just paid for their own accounts anyway.
Oh, conspiracy theory coming in.
Like they're using fucking AI voices
What?
of like El Maxo. I had somebody made an AI voice of El Maxo and threw on a load of
What the
bots, didn't
fuck?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
straight evil.
Yeah, they had a voice clone of El Maxo just get on the mic and start talking about how much they hate like trans people, like just spewing absolute vile shit. Yeah.
What the hell?
Who's I don't like get these people because who's gonna give a fuck about that? Like you like what? It was gonna be like there's no way you said that and like go take
no, to be fair, MANN magazine did get bots named after them, and we did have one or two people come and be like, "Are you the guys making the bots?" But
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
there was
you found us.
it's like two kids. Okay, it's like
there was
so
one
it's just edgy for edginess sake.
there was one guy who came to us saying, "Why are you guys hosting bots? That's like really lowly of you." It's like it's not
sorry.
us.
I will stop. I promise.
Waiting for the not SevG bots.
Keep dreaming.
Free.
I remember when you came in and said there was.
Exposure.
I remember when you came in, Sam, said there was Swishcast bots, and no one believed you.
No, you fucking did believe me for a second.
No, because you kept like, Indy started to believe you because you wouldn't shut up about it, and you were
Yeah,
like,
no,
I've got
repeating it.
screenshots. I've got screenshots.
And I was like, show them.
I was
and
like,
you
no
just
one,
didn't. I
no
was
one
like,
would
okay.
do that. Like, I'm sorry.
It's
Fucking
funny.
Swishcast bots.
There's a conspiracy theory.
Nobody
brewing.
cares, bro.
There's a conspiracy theory brewing. What if
The-
since like the bots have to like pay for their bots now, what if Valve are keeping the bots to like get more money?
I don't want it. It's like delusional.
That'd be they are like one of like the richest companies in the
No,
world.
but it would be better. No, but I know it's a joke, obviously. But if the bots paid for an account and then they banned them, they'd have to pay for more. So that would be the smarter move.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, see.
Infinite
So
money
they're
glitch.
no, they're just lazy as fuck, or just
Infinite money glitch. I don't understand like bot hosters because the more I look into it, I just don't really get it because it's been years and like
It's attention.
I-
They get so much attention out of it. Like they don't understand. Like they probably see a thing like Save TF2 and they all like laugh themselves and they all like tug each other off and like I go like cheers boys and then like high five like we've done it. You know what I mean? Because like before the bots they were probably just like abandoned by their families and no one wants to speak to them. Like I'm sorry.
But doesn't it get like super expensive? Not super, but isn't it like cost money every month to fucking host
They
these
probably
things?
have like invested in crypto or something, and this is what they're spending their money in.
What?
This is my theory.
I think we what's it called? Oh fuck, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, back to the like organization of Fix TF2. Other than the things we talked about, what else did you want to do differently, like organizing wise, that you different from the first Save TF2?
One thing that I was rallying for was having readily available resources that you could look and see what the problem was and know how to help immediately. That's why I released like my document about the bot hosters and what they do. That way you could have an easily shareable resource that you could spread on like Twitter and Reddit and stuff that tells people what the problem is and shows all the proof. Instead of having what we did last time and just depending on the masses to tell people for us, which didn't really work because people weren't super informed on the problem at hand. That's also why we did the website, is that way we could have an available resource where you just click on it, you know what the problem is, and you instantly know how to help. And it's really easy because you just sign the petition. I think the biggest difference this time is that we're keeping people informed and we're also giving them resources to help instead of just telling them to post on Twitter.
I obviously I already said this, but one of the like quote unquote faults of the first TF2 is I was like, people weren't, it was very it didn't have a set like end goal, or the end goal was not that it didn't have one, but it was
unambitious,
ambiguous. That's the word
Uh-huh.
I'm looking for. It was ambiguous anyway. But now, even if, touch wood that it doesn't happen, even if nothing comes from Fix TF2, I don't think people can really like shit on this event like some people did with Save TF2 and say like, oh, it was fucking useless, because it was organized. Yeah, it was organized. It's worth a try, and he's plainly like he's plainly explained, you know, what the end goal is, what we want to do, what we're doing. Because even I had a bit of a problem. Like that was I always liked Save TF2. I thought it was good, but I was also somebody who thought the end goal was a bit ambiguous.
I mean, looking back on it now, it can be interpreted as us just sucking Valve's dick. Like, wow, TF2 is so great, and then Valve was like, "We hear you," and it's like, okay.
Wow, guys, they love us. They
love
really love us.
Then we just have to get rid of some of these bugs, and the TF2 community will be happy.
Yeah, we have to stop Sniper eating his gun, and then, you know.
There we go.
They put out one patch, and then the bots are still there, and everyone's complaining like, "Ungrateful bastards! We did so much."
We hired 2 people to work on TF2.
You know how many staff we have here? Like 10? Okay, that's like half of our fucking team.
A small indie company, Valve.
Yeah, small indie developers Valve being targeted by the Twitter mob.
Please do not boycott Valve, as the developers need to eat.
Leave the poor multi-billion-dollar company alone.
Come on, guys.
Elboy just said, in terms of the bot hosters, I forget where I saw it, but I read that they host them from a text-only client, so they can just run them from a potato.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's Linux.
Oh, price isn't really a problem for the bot hosters.
I think if they just cut off Linux support for TF2, like half the bots would just die.
Yeah, but then you're also cutting off people who actually, you know, play.
And I feel like it would,
and they will find a workaround anyway.
It would fix the bot problem for all of like one day, and then they'll just figure out how to run the software on Windows.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's very like, you know, what's the fucking expression? Cutting off your foot to.
Oh, we should only make it only run on Mac. Come on, guys.
Mac. Okay, that would probably solve the bot problem, honestly.
Yeah, you're right. No one would ever play TF2. Problem solved.
TF2 is over.
It'd literally just be Tazan, and that's it.
Freaking Tazan. I don't even know anyone anymore that plays on Mac, because like, it only supports really old like Mac computers.
I don't know anybody who owns a fucking Mac, full stop. Except if you're like working like a production job.
No, I know people who have Macs, but they don't use them for fucking gaming. That's it. There was one kid in my class who was like flexing. They had a beast PC, and then he showed it, and it was like a $5,000 Mac. And then we were like, "What the fuck are you gonna play on that?"
Well, okay, so we talked about do you really think when you said boycott the summer update, how's that gonna work? What's the plan?
Okay, so I want to do it when the summer update hits, because most consumers are like not gonna be reliable. People will be like, "Yeah, I'm never gonna buy a TF2 item again," and they won't for like a whole month, and then they'll get bored and start unboxing and gambling again. So I want to strike the iron when it's hot and start the boycott when it'll hurt the most, which will be right around the summer update, because that's when most that's when TF2 pulls in the most money, is the summer updates. So that's why I want to do it then. And then I also want to see if I can reach out to YouTubers in the Counter-Strike community and see if I can convince some of them to advertise a boycott for Counter-Strike as well, because they've been dealing with the same issues. They also have a botting problem, although not to the same extent as TF2, and they also have a massive cheating problem. If you look at like the Counter-Strike side of YouTube, you can find videos of like just Counter-Strike YouTubers just quitting. Like, I cannot play the official matchmaking. It is just completely unplayable due to cheaters. And this is a game that Valve released last year. This game is less than a year old, and it is already suffering from mass amounts of cheaters and bots. So I think that the Counter-Strike community, at least some of the smaller YouTubers, would be receptive to the idea of a boycott to see if these issues will get solved. So while the TF2 community is pretty small and doesn't make Valve a lot of money in the grand scheme of things, I think if we could get the ball rolling in the Counter-Strike community, that would leave a much bigger impact, because, you know, Counter-Strike gambling degenerates make Valve millions per month.
I think if you're gonna do a boycott, this is an idea, impossible idea. Instead of just saying, "All right, guys, no TF2 for a month. We're not playing it at all." Instead, you could say, "If you want to play TF2, how about you play one of the community games that they're making, like TF2 Classic or like typical colors instead."
Well, when I say boycott, it's not like stop playing the game; it's stop spending money on it.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so that way Valve can still see that the player number is the same, but the money's going down, which means that people aren't happy with the product. If people stop playing and people stop paying, then Valve's gonna be like, well, why should we care? No one's gonna be playing anyway.
Oh yeah, 20-year-old game, about time.
Hashtag kill TF2. I've had enough of this.
So I was gonna say, if you just tell everyone to stop playing TF2, I think everyone's just gonna be like, "Nah, I don't care." It's like I don't think many people would actually just like not play.
Yeah, nah. People would be receptive to not paying on like cases and shit. I feel like people would be receptive to that.
Yeah, people would probably. I don't think that like the most majority don't play it by cases anyway. I think it's only a few people. Like I think it's only like.
No, I've rebounded so many times.
I know it's you, Indy. I know you're part of the problem, but
I've rebounded. I'm never buying anything from Valve ever again, and then I buy like 10 crates.
The only thing I buy from TF2 is like MVM tickets, and like if Indy gets like really lucky on a crate, I'll have a swing, and then I'll get nothing.
Oh right, in one day, me, Sam, Azel, and Breadman, 4 of us unboxed an Unusual, and we were like, "Oh, party! Today's an unusual day. You try." And he like opened like 5, 10 crates.
No, I opened 10 crates and got jack shit.
I've still never unboxed an Unusual after years of gambling.
Damn, I've unboxed like 5.
I unboxed an Unusual of Fire when I was in 2016, when there was that double like Unusual chance period, if you remember that.
Oh, I've gotten Unusual Fire, but I don't count those because they're like $3.
Back then, the update just came out, and people didn't know, and before like that thing, people didn't know how like what Unusual taunts were worth. Like roughly. So I remember I sold that Unusual for a Demon Flame Unusual that's now worth like 3,000 keys.
No.
That guy got like fucked. That guy got this.
Dad, you got gigafied.
Oh yeah.
I've only unboxed Unusual Fires. I've never actually unboxed an Unusual hat.
No, me neither.
Yeah, so that's why we should keep gambling.
Yeah.
Hashtag gamble.
Your money.
Just saying, you're one crate away from unboxing a Burning Flames team captain. All right, just come on.
Just one more. Keep chasing the dragon.
If you unbox the next crate, maybe Valve will see it as a sign to start working on the game. You never know.
Exactly. You never know. If we keep spending money on TF2, Valve will have more incentive to update.
What's been the community response to this movement? I've been seeing some fringe opinions. I opened Twitter like 20 minutes ago, and I saw this tweet that I singled out. I need to read this. Y'all TF2 fans got no lives, and you got TF2's dick so far up your throat that you clearly have no other passions in life. How about putting that ability to protest into something like raising awareness for Palestine if you must?
Oh my god. Yeah, you know this video game problem? Why are you protesting video game problem, not protesting completely unrelated thing?
Why can't we do both, man? Honestly, why can't we save TF2 and save Palestine? Like, come on.
there was it reminds me of like when I first started making videos like 3 or 4 years ago. I made like a Scott the Wasp type game review on something, and I only received one comment on the video, and it was, "There's a slave trade going on right now and you're talking about this."
Fucking what?
And it like ruined my day.
Hey you, why are you reading a book? Instead of reading a book, you know you could be out protesting, right?
That's like the fucking Jaden's, or is it Jaden Smith, the one who's like, dude, can we literally talk about the economic state of the world right now? Like, that's literally what that is. It's like
economic state of the world right now. Like, come on.
Socio-economic state of the world. Like he just makes up a like
That is real thing.
socio-political economic
That is
state
a
of the
real
world
thing.
right now.
That is a real
I think I
thing,
have that real
Brainerd.
sense saved. Wait, let me see if I can find it.
It's not that important. Yeah, I don't know. I think people are like, oh, there's bigger issues to be worried about. It's just kind of like, yeah, in life there's always a bigger issue, you know. But you know, we pick our battles. So have you seen any any like backlash for this movement as much as there was with the last one?
Yeah, I'm not seeing like a mass amount of backlash. I think people, I've seen some people have like gripes, specifically like how we didn't open up with a boycott. But as a whole, I feel like this movement has been being received pretty well. Most people I think are extremely positive about the movement. Not necessarily thinking that it'll work, but like that it was at least good to try. I think one of the biggest complaints I've seen is, like I said earlier, due to the boycott and how we didn't open up with that. But like I said, I want to do that around the summer update.
Yeah, when it actually matters.
Yeah, because people are going to get bored after a month and start buying cases again, right before Valve makes all of its money with the summer case. But I've seen it's seeing like the mega doomers, like the people are like, kill TF2, abandon TF2. Why do you still care? Why don't you just move on to something else? And then you think to yourself, maybe they do have a point. Why am I spending my time with TF2? Why don't I just move on to newer, cooler games? You know, all the new games. And then you look and you see 5v5 competitive shooter, 5v5 competitive shooter, but this one's a MOBA, 5v5 competitive shooter. Like, oh, that's right. That's why I don't play the new games, because they all fucking suck.
Yeah, I mean, it genuinely like this might be like it's like a low blow to critique a game that isn't even like officially announced. But like when I saw Deadlock and like what it is, it felt like a slap in the face. Genuinely, it's like, oh, here's a 5v5 like MOBA with lanes and shit, and it's like fuck you.
Yes, that's just what the people have been begging for. Another 5v5 competitive live service title.
I think
you know what the people want, truly.
I think TF2 would be saved though if imagine a game of Viaduct, however it was split into 3 distinct lanes, and before you can roll out, you have to get on your mount. That all travels at the exact same speed, allows for no additional movement. Then when you reach mid, you can dismount your mount. And instead of capping points, you have to push and destroy the base's like core. While
I have no idea what
minions in the
fuck you
forest.
are talking about.
But then we can have mount cases where the workshoppers can make extra horses.
Like flaming horse that has nothing.
Flaming horse.
I'm gonna say something about Deadlock. So we know Uncle Dane got early access to it, and he streamed it to some of his friends, and his friends leaked it. Do you think the timing of that, like around Fix TF2, is gonna create like some bad faith with the TF2 community? Because it's like, I'm sure they sent that to Dane, being like, you know, oh, he's part of the TF2 community, he's gonna get first look, and then seeing it leaked. Do you think that's gonna cause some like apprehension with Fix TF2, or is it just kind of like, whatever at this point.
I think Valve needs to read the room, because if Valve pays attention to their community, they know that everyone is complaining about cheaters and hackers. Left 4 Dead 2, all the servers are being DDoSed. Counter-Strike 2, cheaters and hackers. TF2, cheaters and hackers. If Valve looks at all of these communities complaining about cheaters, hackers, and DDoSers, and decides to not do anything about it for their brand new title, so when it gets infested with cheaters, hackers, and bots, people are going to not play it. I think that is entirely 100% on Valve, and I don't blame the community for leaking it, because Valve should instead focus on making a better product if they don't want people to not like it.
Yeah, I think it's incredibly tone deaf to have two of your like most popular multiplayer shooters have like this giant problem, and then you're just on to making the next one without really addressing it.
No, in their mind, I think right. TF2 is dead. You know, CS:GO it's on its way out. Let's make a new game and unite both player bases.
Wait, CS:GO is not on its CS is not on its way out. That is their fucking cash cow.
Yeah, Counter-Strike makes mad bucks.
All right, okay, sorry. I mean, Dota's on its way out. This is just a theoretical. I'm not saying it actually is. time to combine all 3 player bases with the ultimate lane-based shooter.
It kind of seems like that, because like from what I obviously wasn't Valve describing it, but a lot of people keep describing Deadlock as like oh dude, it's like if Counter-Strike, TF2, Valorant, and Dota were one game.
Sounds
It's like why the fuck would I play that?
If you describe it like that, it actually sounds like the worst game ever made. Like, I'm sorry.
It's like putting fucking salad and chocolate into like a shaker. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't want to like just shit on Deadlock because it's not been released yet, but like,
yeah,
know,
I mean, it
could be good. There's still a chance, but
it's not. It's just the idea of Deadlock more or less than the thing itself, because it's coming out, it's leaking at such an unfortunate time, and I'm almost glad it leaked, like, because like now I feel like it's putting a fire under people's seats, because it feels like a lot of people are getting pretty pissed, because I don't know about you guys, but never once have I thought that Valve would a new Valve game would leak and I would just not care. Like that seemed like impossible until like Artifact, and now fucking
that trailer for Artifact is when that reveal is legendary. Like, that's one of the funniest things. It's like everyone's like it's like Artifact. Everyone's like, yeah, and it's a shredded guy. I was like, oh. I gotta find that.
What do you guys think of TF2 fans spamming all the other Valve games with negative reviews? I saw negative reviews for Artifact that said #SaveTF2.
Well, I mean, Artifact deserved negative reviews anyway, so that one I can excuse. But I think it's kind of silly because it kind of takes the focus off of TF2 and just like puts it onto other things. I think if you're gonna leave negative reviews for other Valve games, at least do it for the ones that deserve it, like Counter-Strike and Left 4 Dead, for essentially being abandoned and left to be infested with cheaters, hackers, and DDoSers.
I saw like Half-Life 2 like reviews saying save TF2. It's like, well,
yeah, because they're not keeping Half-Life 2 updated. Okay,
like
we need monthly updates. I need a battle pass for
Half-Life 2 major update. Like, come on.
Half-Life 2 content pack.
Yeah, come on. When was the last one?
Battle pass, man. That's what you need.
When was the last skin? Like, honestly.
Yeah, and you upgrades to the power suit that turned me into like Nicki Minaj.
Just
like, that would be awesome.
Oh, the Travis Scott Half-Life skin would go mental. Man.
Oh man, if Half-Life 2 had a rotating item shop.
Yes.
Could you imagine?
This is what the people want. They want more live services with battle passes. And imagine if they turned Half-Life into a 5v5 comp shooter. I think that would also go really well. Yeah,
guys,
this is how we save Half-Life.
Guys, I've actually I have a private source, and I'm not supposed to share this, but they have a source in with Valve, and they actually know the reason why TF2 hasn't got any updates in so long. It's because they've been working on a new class. I have a screenshot. I'm gonna drop it in chat. Have a look. All right. I don't wanna get anyone excited.
Put that on the screen.
I'll put that on the screen. So yeah, guys, don't be sharing this, but I have an insider source that this is the 10th class.
I think this will win people back.
Is his Uber charge him going sicko mode, man?
No, I can't be telling you anymore. All right, I've already shared enough.
Cactus Jack fucked my
funny
ass.
Top secret, don't leak.
Funnily enough, Half-Life 2 Deathmatch has a giant botting problem as well.
Really? Who the fuck is on that?
There outright cheater bots.
Who the
are
fuck
rare.
said Drake? Fuck off! I'm banning that guy from chat.
Yeah, ban Shy Guy.
There's an enemy player on me.
Yeah, no, they have a lot of fake servers that when you join it, it's all bots like masquerading as real people, and then they like steal your theme name and profile picture and incorporate it into the bot pool, which is it's not as bad as like outright spin bots or whatever, but it's funny that like almost every like Valve multiplayer game is just infested with fake players.
But this one will be totally different, guys. This one is different.
Yeah, no. With it's because there's lanes, and that helps dispel the cheaters.
That helps teamwork because we can decide which lane to split into as a team.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a bot on lane 1, just switch to lane 2,
Exactly.
bro. It's not that
like,
hard.
and if you're like not strong enough to beat the bots, you can always just go into the jungles and start farming minions to get a higher level.
I have not seen that.
That's in League of Legends.
I think with Uncle Dane leaking Deadlock and being so, I was surprised by how nonchalant he was about it.
Yeah,
in
that I was like, okay,
his video.
ballsy.
Yeah, like it was very nonchalant. It's just kind of it's fucking, what was I gonna say? It's weird because I don't think that Valve could hate the TF2 community more than it does right now, because I don't know if people realize, but Valve like really does not like the TF2 community. They after like Invasion and shit like that, like they outright avoid directly working with anyone in the community.
Right.
And I don't think they like, a lot of people say like, oh, Uncle Dane doing this is gonna ruin TF2 community's reputation. Yeah, it's gonna ruin their reputation with Valve, but it's like that ship has sailed years ago.
To give Valve some credit, I can kind of understand not wanting to work with the TF2 community sometimes, because there has been so many times where Valve has worked with them and something has gone horribly wrong. Like I don't remember which episode it was, but I think it was with Shork or something. There was like a charity event, I remember. It was ages ago that they did, and then Valve like endorsed it for TF2. This was years ago. I don't know the exact details, but apparently what happened was that they did it, and then the guy just pocketed all the money and ran away.
Where the fuck did you hear?
I think that was from Shork. I heard that from, but I'm not sure.
As in Shork was in an event.
I think it was on the episode with him. Do you not remember, Indy?
I remember something like that, yeah, on the Shork episode.
Yeah, and they pocketed all the money and ran away. And then
that was during Invasion, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't. Invasion. This was before Invasion. Or was it?
Oh,
no,
Invasion.
that was with Lister, wasn't it? Indy.
Oh yeah. You are like, you're boggling my brain. I'm lost.
That was with Lister, I'm pretty sure.
It sounds vaguely familiar, so you know.
Yeah, but
source,
I remember someone saying
trust
that.
party.
It was in one of these Swishcasts. I'd have to go through it, but I remember someone telling us that.
I don't what I don't even know. Like I assume all of you have seen that Shunik video that released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I watched it in bed and I fell asleep halfway through. I'm not saying the video was bad. I was just really tired.
Well, basically, he outlines like things that he think, the possibilities that he think will happen if Valve decides to try to quote unquote fix the bot problem, and it came off as very negative, very doomerish, in my opinion. Do you guys agree or disagree? I don't know.
I would agree. It's something I talked about on Lucid's podcast yesterday, but I'd be willing to talk about it again. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't talk about it too much, but it feels like what I'm trying to like what I'm thinking here is like, is that really all the possibilities there are there? Like, I don't know. I feel like Valve has like infinite money. Like it feels like this problem should have been fixed long ago.
They should be like
$7.7 billion. Never forget.
we
The
don't have enough money.
the thing is, at the end of the day, and I don't mean to be like the Valve defender, stop fucking attacking my multi-billion-dollar company. Looking at it from a business standpoint, if they have to put in more money than they are getting from TF2 to fix it, there's it's not gonna be viable for them. In their mind, it's not gonna be viable for them. Now, I think it is viable, even if they don't make back the money. Like, even if they put in more money than TF2 makes, that good faith that you've just like instilled in the community is like fucking greater than there was. I'm gonna go off on a bit of a tangent. There was a pharmaceutical company, and they recalled all their drugs because one person they recalled all like their ibuprofen or something because one person put like cyanide into somebody's it was just like one person. It wasn't in the factory. It was like when they got home they injected it, but just to be safe they recalled all the fucking ibuprofen, and it was a huge loss for the company. But then they started going up in sales the month afterwards because they saw like the customers saw how much they cared about their well-being, and they started trusting them more. I know that's a really fucking weird comparison, but you see where I'm coming from. Building that good faith is going to be like fucking invaluable in the long run, okay? Because they've had that fate before. They've had that Valve is the only good game company. There's still a lot of people who think that, but that's fucking dropping off day by day. Like I would have at some point I probably would have said, yeah, Valve is a really great company. There's not much I can fucking say about them that's like really bad. But now you're getting fucking lists and they're losing that kind of.
I think 10 years ago I would have said Valve is a good company, but now I would say no.
And I'd say Steam is a great service and it's invaluable or whatever. And it's also I think Steam is like both the best and worst thing that that has happened to Valve. It's a good thing because it gave them resources and time to make classics like Portal 2 and stuff like that. But it's also bad because you can't really hold them accountable as you would with any other company. Because like with the whole Blizzard thing, the whole thing this Save TF2 is based off of, this whole the World of Warcraft petition, if I'm not wrong, like that worked because Blizzard like it could collapse. If people stopped paying for Blizzard services, they would be in big doo doo. But with Valve, I feel like if everyone suddenly stops playing fucking TF2, Counter-Strike, Dota, basically any of their games, they'd still be like fine because they just have Steam, which is just an infinite money.
I wouldn't say they're fine. They'd be fine, but they'd get through it probably.
Yeah, I mean they wouldn't collapse over it 100%.
But there would definitely it would be major, but they'd make it through like.
Which makes it so hard to like impose these sort of like boycotts on them. I think the only real thing they care about is reputation amongst like the wider gaming industry. I think if the whole TF2 community hates them, I don't think they'll like give a shit. But if like IGN, PC Gamer, etc. say like, oh, Valve is a bad company, then they suddenly start to care. That's how I see it anyway.
I mean, they're getting tons of bad press. I think doesn't the news pick this stuff up? I swear last time it did.
Yeah, there's been multiple news stories on the Fix TF2 stuff.
Yeah, so I feel like the bad press is already in. I don't like the bare minimum to respond to this is to just say something, you know what I mean? But they barely won't do that. They did last time, but it was barely anything. They just like said we will do something, and then they did nothing.
But they know. I feel like they know that trick isn't going to work this time. I think saying nothing right now is better than making another tweet saying we hear you. We'll look into it. I think that like, could you fucking imagine the amount of like hate they would like receive?
I think
Like,
if
because
they
people would not give them the same charitable takes as they did last time.
I think if they said something and then said how they were going to do it and then started doing something, that would be a good start. You know what I mean? They're like one of those people who say they'll do it later, then they never do it. That's basically Valve at this point. You know what I mean? They're just lazy.
I think I mean they do things, but I feel like Valve is just so like unfocused. They really don't focus on things that matter. At least it seems so from like a layman's perspective.
It's just like they're all right now. They're all bark, no bite. They're not even that anymore. They're just nothing. They're just like a dog that's just like you're sleeping all day. And you're like, hey, you want to come out? He's like, well, 5 more minutes. He's like, they're not doing anything at all. It's just like, ugh.
Well, what I want you to respond. We have an interesting little paragraph here in our live chat, saying I think the reason they're not saying something is because of the open announcement that you're eventually coming with signatures. They're still waiting. They're waiting it out until then. They're waiting until the problem comes to them instead.
I don't think so. I don't think like 3 people showing up at their door is what they're waiting for. Like it's like this grand arrival. I think they're just trying to ride out the storm.
I think about the internet that's true, and that will always be true. Is that with any sort of controversy, if you just ignore it long enough, eventually people kind of just stop caring. You know what I mean? That is kind of like people will just lose interest and people will just forget. And I think, but the thing is with Valve, I don't think that with TF2, it's such a massive problem, and so many people are angry that I just don't think it's gonna work. Like, I'm sorry, the bots aren't just gonna magically disappear one day. They will remain unless you do something. So it's just like, I don't know, stupid.
Oh well, I don't know. How much steam do you guys reckon this movement has in it?
Well, it's like been like revived. Was the 3rd time now? I don't know if you want to count the second time or not.
No, it's second proper revival.
Second time. So I feel like if Valve did nothing again, I feel like maybe in like another as I think it was 2 years since the last one, a year or 2, there'll probably be another similar movement. And I imagine we'll get Save TF2, Fix TF2. 20 years from now, we'll have like the revival of hashtag revival of TF2 or something. You know what I mean?
Hashtag resuscitate TF2.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Great podcast, guys.
The sleeping episode.
Fuck you! Why are we talking every single second?
Hold on.
Oh man, I watched your stream that you did like last week.
The one I did with Shork?
No, the one before it where you were scrapping all of your Pomsons.
Yeah.
That was a very fun watch, and I remember I remember the whole treadmill work meme. I think that's that was really funny. It's like,
why would I bother wiping my ass if I'm just gonna shit again tomorrow? It's treadmill work. I'm just not gonna do it.
We need to make an AI that'll wipe my ass for me, and to automate the process.
What if they did a Travis Scott like concert in TF2?
Okay, I think that's
how we fix TF2.
Oh, but
Make it blur.
The 2-Fort Bridge becomes a concert stage. Rivers Cuomo from Weezer steps on.
Wait,
wouldn't that be hype?
Does the Shred Alert taunt to the Buddy Holly riff?
Exactly.
Hang on.
Like the TF2 gets so many players that the servers crash. There was another line of thinking that a lot of people are going down, and it's casual itself being the problem. I don't know if you guys have seen the recent Lister video, but a short TLDR is that the way casual is structured makes it possible for these bot hosters to really ruin games and waste people's time. So
1000%.
yeah, so a lot of people are saying like, oh, why don't we just go back to quick play, or why don't we just shut down
Yes.
casual,
I would love to go
or
back to quick play.
something like that. So what do you guys think of that? line of
Spoiler
discussion?
alert, my next video is literally like why casual is so ass and why quick play is better. But that mostly talks about like maps, so it's not really has much to do with bots. So it's not. I remember I looked up the other day. I was doing research for that video, and I found a thread. It was like, was quick play better than casual? And apparently, the common consensus is that actually casual is a vast improvement from quick play in like every way.
I never actually played quick play, so I would.
It wasn't
I'll-
perfect because there was this like meme I remember where like it would if you like let it search for a game, you would like usually get an empty server, one with bot, like not like cheating bots, like actual like TF2 like aperture science heavy weapons like bots. You know what I mean?
Potatoes.
Yeah, potato or like yeah, but apart from that, it was basically just like a nice looking server browser. Like you would just pick the game yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that Valve is kind of holding the game hostage with these official servers without quick play, because it's like, okay, I think casual in a vacuum with the current system, I think it could work, but it needs moderation, and there is no moderation. So the servers are being infested by aimbots, and Valve is doing nothing. So why are you even hosting these official servers and making it the official way to play the game if you're not going to moderate it? I say if you don't moderate your servers, then give the game back to the community and just reinstill quick play as the default. It would get rid of the bots immediately.
I think putting quick play back would go so far.
Well,
Because the thing is, like back in 2015, good community servers were kind of like few and far between. There was like a few good ones. Like Sky was like the biggest one. But most of them had like annoying plugins or like no players. Nowadays, I would say community servers in terms of like traditional I'm talking like traditional TF2 community servers, not like trade awesomeness. That's like a completely different thing. Like traditional servers to just play TF2. I said there's more than ever. There's like Uncle Topia. There's there's the one we hosted the other day. There's what's the other one I'm thinking of indie?
UGC.
UGC, yeah. There's quite a few like normal, just traditional TF2 servers now that you can pick from that just like host the game normally. So I
was very curious about that this weekend, and I went through. I fiddled with my settings on the community server browser, and I managed to find about 40 casual servers running the casual rule set, casual maps and everything, and in just EU, so just 40 European servers, and it was Friday evening, and all but one of them were empty. So it's literally all about convenience, I feel like, because casual is just so convenient to just go into casual queue and keep re-queuing like 10 times until you find that one match, rather than go into a community server, empty one, and just wait for it to get filled up. Because no one else is doing that, and it's just like, it just doesn't work. I think if casual is like not there, and if the only way you could play the game is through the community server browser, I think the community would catch up to the demand, and we would basically be back to like the 2007-8 days before there were any official servers. I don't know. What do you guys think of that?
I feel like the bots would probably find a way, but I feel like if you had like imagine there was a version of quick play, right, that just like picked that would have like that could just like sort by servers that are running like official maps and that like have no plugins. I think that would honestly go such a long way. But it's like at the same time, there's like the thing is with community servers, I'd say like there are more like good ones than ever, but there are still those servers that most people do not want to play, like Surf Utopia and Trade Swaggerlicious. But you just have to like have a way of filtering through those, you know what I mean? Nah, I guess you
Sorry
don't.
guys, sorry guys,
Fell
it's
off, end the
I
podcast.
don't know what you mean.
Sorry guys, it's reading time. It's
Quiet
silent
reading
reading
time.
time.
Silent reading time, keep to yourself.
Yeah, no, I don't think Valve is gonna do that though. I think they're done making drastic changes to TF2. The way I see it going is either they're gonna most likely thing, in my opinion, is they're just not gonna reply. They're just gonna wait for it to blow over, and things are just gonna go back to the way they are.
It's just
And
sad. That's like what.
yeah. Or otherwise, they're gonna do another overcorrection. They're gonna make it so, like, people talked about putting a price tag on the game. They might do that. They might even have like a thing where you have to where you have to pay to access casual or something. I don't know. I think that's the kind of, if we're gonna
That
see
wouldn't fix
anything from
anything.
Valve.
The bots are willing to pay for some reason.
Yeah, so I feel like they put forth like more like band-aid fixes that don't even work. Like they've silenced free to plays, but the bots just like pay for it anyway, and they just mic spam anyway. Yeah, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, if I remember correctly, in that original slideshow where they got like the treadmill work like thing from, I swear the guy said that the solution to the bot crisis was quote unquote open AI or something. Was that right? Or like immersive learning or something? Am I right? Or
Yeah,
not?
yeah, that's like the plan is the deep learning AI anti-cheat.
Oh yeah. So, but I don't know if they're gonna apply deep learning AI into TF2 or not. What do you guys think of that?
I think if a bot was fed casual lobbies, it would take over humanity and destroy it from day trip.
It just sounds like the wonder fix. Oh yeah, no, AI will solve it. Like,
I don't think it's gonna make the like such a big fucking. I don't think it's gonna be as big as a deal. Even if they do implement it, I don't think it's gonna be as big of a deal as they make it out to be. Because Valve are very like they very love VAC very much, in the sense that it if somebody is VAC banned, you are 100% sure that they were cheating. Okay, if you go on something like Riot client, you just get banned for any fucking reason. My sister got banned for cheating. She was like silver 1 in fucking Valorant, okay? Like, or silver 3 or some shit like that. She got banned for quote unquote cheating. No fucking, cheats on my computer, and nothing that could be seen as a cheat. So it's like, but you can't do that with VAC. So I think, like, if you put who gets banned and who doesn't in the hands of a fucking machine, you have to be 100% sure that it is that they are cheating, and Valve's gonna want to make sure that those people are cheating. So maybe a bit detection is quicker, and then it's sent to a human review. I don't know, but I can't see it having that big of an impact.
You can't do a human review for like every like single case of cheating. There's just not enough people for that. It's just like with open AI, if you're going the AI route, which when you say that, it sounds like kind of like a wonder potion, like the solution to everything.
Well, no, like deep learning AI has been around. Yeah, people, when you say AI now, people think of like generative AI. Like, they're not making fucking hentai with it. Okay, they're fucking
AI.
They're banning. Yeah, they're banning. Bots.
It's like
AI has been used for anti-cheat.
Yeah, it's not new.
But it's like, I'm not convinced on how effective it would be. I'd have to see like their process.
I think they will need to test that might be what they are doing, but it's like, it would be nice if they said something about it. I'd be like, that would just ease all his
We
worries.
we have a pretty good question in chat from Dutch Zeringer. Do you think they'll skip this summer update to avoid the backlash? I haven't even thought of that.
I don't think so. It'd be the first summer update they've ever skipped. It would set a massive precedent. I don't think they'd do it.
Yeah, it'd be a bit weird if they did this whole summer update thing last year and then I just gave up 1 year later. You know what I mean?
It is very on brand. I would not be surprised.
I mean, it's
I
possible.
wouldn't be surprised either. I feel like they might do it. Honestly, That I have no other source other than just trust me, guys. But I feel like
What would we do? What would we do if we like everyone was pissed at Valve and they released the summer update and as the best maps ever, and everyone's like, we forgive you. Everyone just forgets.
I don't know. I don't. There would have to be something in there.
It was a similar thing happened with Smash Bros in the Smash Bros community like quite a while ago. There was the whole like save melee thing or whatever because they kept taking down like the melee tournaments. And then everyone was like really pissed about it. And then a week later, they revealed Sephiroth as the new Smash fighter, and everyone completely forgot.
It would have to be some fucking map.
You see what I mean? It has to be like some map to be able to be like, oh wait, no, hang on.
CP Orange X3 is finally in the casual rotation.
Okay, that would be huge. Let's be honest. When did Summer Update come out? I'm gonna look.
July last year, like 13th, I think.
Oh, so we're a month away, gang.
On gang. Oh man, I thought it was May. Jesus. Time's flying.
No, typically July or August is when they release the summer updates.
A part of me really thinks that they would skip out. I feel like if they skip out the summer update, then they'd start skipping fucking Scream Fortress and Smith
I mean, I don't think so. Think about it. You get one guy. You take literally one employee. He goes to the workshop. He picks 12 items he likes, and he puts it in the game. And it generates like over like $1 million. That is essentially free money for Valve. Even if like 30 to 50% of players boycott the game, that is still free money for essentially paying one guy for an hour to toss in some code for a game.
It literally is like an infinite money, just like Scandal. It's just like you just pick maps and get money. That's all you do.
You pick maps. You don't even have to play test them. You just have to pick them if they look pretty, and then you just toss them in the game, and that you're done.
There's no like process for selecting these things anymore. It's literally just one guy's opinion, and he doesn't have the best track record so far.
The summer 2022 incident.
Fucking.
Or was it 2021? I forgot.
With some like cosmetics, I'm like, no hate to the workshoppers at all. Like I respect it. But like with some cases,
no, Indy,
like,
we're controlled by Big Workshop. We can only talk.
Oh yeah, sorry. But it's like I look at some cosmetics. I'm like AVGN. Like, it's like, what were they thinking? Like,
what were they thinking?
This is a whole donkey due to a buffalo ass.
Bullshit.
I think it's so funny that the like criticizing workshop items has become this whole controversial thing because there is just some absolute slop in the game, and I don't think it's like toxic to just say that it looks balls, you know.
I think it's like it's a bit of both. Like you can't send like tons of people to like go and like bully some like poor workshopper because like the thing is you have to start from somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like not everyone is gonna be good off the bat. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's
is the AVGN sending people to go hate on LJN by saying they make bad games, and he goes, "What were they thinking?"
Yeah, but like LGN's like a big company. Like this is just like one poor guy.
It's just like one guy. I mean, you take the story of the guy who made Whatwell. He got like so much harassment for that. So like
he didn't even want it in the fucking game. He knew it wasn't like finished.
I mean, the thing is, right? Like, I think okay, if I made like a dog shit cosmetic, like it just like I wouldn't want it in the game. And Valve sent me an email saying, "Can we put it in the game?" All of my fucking opinions on TF2's art style and whatever else, that is going out the window. Like, I'm sorry, but like if they're like, "Can we put something you made in the game?" And it's like, yes.
Can we put your cardboard stack of towering elves in the game? I'd go, hell yeah.
Like towering pillar of donkey shit. Like, yes, please.
Towering pillar of festive shit.
Why do they add so many
of shit with Christmas lights on it?
Like, why do they add so many towering pillar hats? Like, does anybody like those? Like, at all?
No, but it's because people like to follow trends of what gets in the game. So one elf cosmetic gets in, and then you go, okay, let's do more of that, and then you get the Winter 2021 case where literally every cosmetic is just like awful Christmas,
But it's
like garbage.
It's like some people like the towering pillar gimmick. I think that's worked like 3 times in a row, so now everyone's trying to do it. Because there are some people who just want to like get items in the game. You know what I mean? So they just like follow the trends.
Yeah, no, I feel like, I mean, far be it from us to criticize, but there are people like who were in the workshop that don't really think about like, does this fit in the game? They think about, would Valve add this, which I think is the wrong way to go about it. But you know, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Like that, I keep thinking about that one train hat. I don't know if you guys know the one.
God,
I have never seen that. I've never seen that worn once.
Dude, I legit don't think I've ever seen anything from the Winter 2021 case get worn if it wasn't unusual.
It's just, I've never seen the fucking train hat ever worn. When are you gonna wear that when you're on Whatville? So I gotta get in with the theme.
It's like, what is it? It's like, I think we should all be critical of workshop items, but I think we should also be not just say, this fucking sucks and I hate you! Okay, because...
Yeah, well, there's definitely way more constructive ways to go about it, because I've seen...
Like,
I've seen...
Some of these are just like teenagers just like doing it in their free time.
I've seen corners of the TF2 community go like, well, this gun game, they're putting it in because they're money hungry and they want to get all the money in the world. It's like, yeah, from like map stamps. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, they made gun game because they want to suckle on the delicious map stamp money pool. Like, what are you like?
$5.
7 doubloons.
I do think painting the workshoppers as money hungry or whatever is not the way to go.
There are people who have conspiracy theories about the workshoppers, like a collective hive mind out to get them.
There's better ways to make money, okay? Gambling being one of them. Okay?
A 9 to 5 at KFC is a lot more stable than any TF2 cosmetic. I'm sorry.
There's definitely no. I don't think there's very much monetary value.
I mean,
incentive.
the what has Warpaint in the game, right? Like,
yeah.
Can you live off that?
NDA.
I think we all know the answer.
He's fucking minted, lads!
I can't talk about
He's
it.
minted! Must be the money!
Minted, Matt!
He's fucking
Here comes the money!
Money!
Oh, can I have
I
a
like how
fat
you just
mute?
dodged that question. NDA.
I mean, I would answer it if I legally could.
Wait, I think we all know what he was going to say.
Yeah. When Valve gets one of your items in their game, they're like, you can't talk about how much the crate sold.
Oh. Shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah, but go on, tell us. Like,
come on, we're all
keep
friends
the
here.
I'm gonna go to Valve and Valve's gonna be like, you're the guy who leaked all the revenue from the summer.
no,
pay,
but
right?
they pinky promised.
You pinky promised.
We have about 15 minutes left, guys. Just letting you know.
That's okay. I only need 5.
Oh dang!
On gang. Can anyone say a class name and then say gaming at the end? I'm banning this person.
Ban. Who said that?
They're in time.
Who said that? Who said that? Break their fucking legs. Who said that?
Who said that? I'm gonna fucking break their legs.
I will come to your fucking house. I'm gonna break your legs, shag your nan, and leave. All right.
I don't think there's much else we can talk about with Save TF2. I mean, it's like a dead horse.
Let's see what have the workshop debate for another 50.
Yeah, we should give up and kill TF2 and all move on to the new 5v5 competitive shooter.
Yes!
We just need to move on.
Yes!
Guys, hashtag fix Deadlock, okay?
I'm just
hashtag
saying.
bring back Paladins.
No, right, here's something funny. Paladins has his own bot crisis. Do you know about this?
Oh my god.
I was playing it with Azel the other day. We were on Paladins. It has this thing that happens. It's only in the EU server, so it's not as bad as TF2. But if you try and queue in EU, there are these players who have this glitch they can do. It's like a client. They come into the Paladins game, and then if they start losing, they will do a thing where everyone's game will immediately crash, ending the match. So yes, hashtag save Paladins, please.
Yeah, can we like get back to the real issues of the world, such as paladins?
Oh yeah, how great that
I mean,
game was.
it has engineer in it, so
does.
I mean, come on,
It does.
guys,
It has
it's the
unique.
same thing.
I find it so funny how the engineer voice actor is willing to do like 50+ unique paladins voice lines, but will refuse to say engineer gaming.
I think that's like
Fucking good.
that's like fucking
That's a
that
pass.
proves that God is real and he is good. Yeah, I mean, if you have anything else to say, we can start wrapping up.
You go on a speech. Speech.
Rally the troops.
Here's my speech. I really hope I can fix TF2 because then I'd have to become an Overwatch YouTuber, and I would hate that.
What
There's my
was with the
speech.
Trump voice?
I love TF2. It's the bestest game ever. It makes me lol. It makes me laugh out loud. It makes me Rafflecopter. It's my favorite game ever.
They
Oh,
said
there's my
it couldn't be
speech.
done. They
Stinky
said
Biden wants you to go to
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I don't want to play Stinky Overwatch with Stinky Winston and Stinky
Winston
Tracy.
is
Oh,
not
take
Stinky!
it back!
Stinky Winston wants you to go to
Take that
Overwatch.
back now. No,
Take
we're
that
not
back.
wrapping this up before you apologize.
Diva is
I'm
Stinky, not
sorry, I
Winston.
called Winston Stinky.
Okay, good.
He is a funny, epic monkey. Sorry, a scientist.
Yeah, okay, you're on thin ice. Okay, I think we should start wrapping things up now. We are Swishcast, the only TF2 podcast except the other ones. We're on Spotify. We have a TF2 casual server where you can play casual maps and custom maps that are good. That's link in the description. You can join and you can play casual with us. We have a good community. That's awesome. Sam hasn't made a video in like 6 months, so who cares?
Excuse me. No, it was.
Yeah, he made one
month,
video and it was a
1 month,
shell.
1 month, and the video before that was 1 month and like 3 days. So sure.
You have like fallen off
The downfall of
astronomically.
Samji.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you have anything you want to shout out yourself,
Questions in the chat we will take now.
Oh yeah, also 5-minute questions. You have 2 minutes to write your questions.
Or like topics or whatever. I don't care.
No, I don't really care. So are you all podcasted out? What?
I'm never gonna talk again. I'm gonna take a vow of silence
It's
after
like-
the tour. I've been
He's like
doing.
he's a monk living in a cave.
He's time
Like
to head to the mountains. He's gonna go see the Miyagi monks that live in like live near New York for some reason. Do you remember that?
Great
Where's that
movie.
movie set?
I don't like Jersey.
Right, okay, cool. In Jersey, yeah. Where is it set? Where?
Someone's asking when's the next interloper video.
Boston. It's
That's
Probably not for a while.
okay. That's good. Is
I gotta have enough content to talk about for a video if I do another one.
what if you have a daily feed of interloper news?
Guys, daily interloper news number 347. There is still no new video.
Yes. I don't understand this question. Is nullcore projectile aim bad? What?
Yes. Next question.
I think that's like
When-
a cheat. I think that's
what
like a
does
cheating
that-
client, isn't it?
I don't know what that is. Do you guys have like a list of topics to talk about on the podcast? Just whatever comes up in conversation.
A bit. Yes and no. Depends on the episode.
we write what we do, we write out a list and then we completely go off that list until one of us like drags it back into like focus, and then we just do that for like an hour, 15 minutes.
Usually how it works is we have 3 topics with like little subheadings in them. We sometimes follow them, we sometimes don't. We like to keep the conversation like free flowing. So be like, well, I'm gonna have to just interrupt what you're saying. We're just gonna have to move to something else.
Sorry, this is off topic, okay? Get the fuck back.
And then usually once we get a bit too off topic, we'll just move on to the next one.
Holy shit, the What Show's in chat.
We try.
Oh my god, really?
Oh my fucking
I
god.
love that guy. I love
He's my
subscribing to him and
childhood.
liking all of his videos. Oh my god.
That guy fell off.
No, I don't think he did.
I mean, after the 5th Overwatch video, I mean, come on.
I think that was when he fell back on.
when he got back up. We have a good question from Ultranade. Do you guys think that the TF2 community will potentially join Fortress, join fucking the brain rot is real, forces with the Counter-Strike community on the bot problem plaguing both?
Potentially. I'm gonna try and reach out to people from the Counter-Strike side and see if I can get them on board for a potential Valve boycott, where we stop being degenerates who gamble our life savings away for 3 minutes.
I think a big Valve boycott hashtag would do a lot of damage to Valve's PR, and I think that would be the move.
It could. I don't think we'd be able to accomplish that as just like the TF2 community, though. I think if we want to do like a whole like Valve boycott, we're going to need to get other communities on board.
You would need to. You would need to. The biggest ones are obviously Counter-Strike and Dota, but I feel like you also need to get the. I guess they're called source YouTubers. You know, they cover like Gmod, Half-Life, Portal, whatever. I think they should be on board as well. I think as many corners of the Valve community as you can get. I think that could be the move. What's the % of save TF2 working?
Not likely, my friend. Not likely, but I'm trying anyway.
I'd say 20.
It's 20.
I'll give it 25%.
All right. One last question, whichever one I read for. One last one, and we're cutting the feed. All right. We're cutting the fucking feed. I'm looking. Did the What Show make a video?
Nah.
He has never made a video in his life.
I hate making videos, and I only do it.
Same. I just don't do it anymore. Same.
Now he's fully switching to podcasts. One podcast a day.
I can't make videos anymore. There's a botting crisis.
All right. I think we're done.
All right.
Okay, in that case, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.